The story of Elijah in the Street Fantasy Football League has been a roller coaster. There's been ups.
Pass to Gurley, who gets the edge inside the 10 and scores.
There's been downs.
Oh!
Today is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
And yet, nobody wants the cup more.
Gentlemen, we are back. So, here to talk. This is post-draft. Yeah, what the fuck, right? Weird fucking draft. Weird draft. I was gonna do a video about my prep, but in all honesty, it was just a fuck ton of mock drafts, just kind of seeing where everyone was going to go. I didn't have really anything in mind. I was pretty high on CJ. Somehow managed to get him in the second round. Absolutely insane.
CJ Stroud will look to follow up a record-breaking rookie season as the QB2 for the Thunder. He will be alongside defending NFL MVP Lamar Jackson in what is sure to be an electric combo.
But overall, great draft. Easily have one of the best, if not the best, QB room in the league. Great running back room. Wide receiver room could either be insane or really mid. I'm hoping it's the latter, but overall, I think it was a good draft. Lots of surprises, lots of guys dropping, lots of guys getting pulled early. I think it's going to be a good season. I'm going to say this right now. I didn't take him because, Robert Kraft, he likes his white boys, right? But Joe fucking Milton, I was a dick hair away from taking him as my keeper.
He may not have drafted Joe Milton, but he still leaves the draft on top of the league's power rankings. One of the main reasons, Nico Collins, the prolific receiver which the Thunder received in a trade at the end of the 2023 season.
Probably the greatest trade of my SFFL career, and that was for keeper Nico Collins. Through the ups and downs, man, I've had some rough trades, some really bad ones, and this was not that. This dude was my knight in shining armor, you know what I'm saying? He pulls up on the white horse, I'm pulling my pants down and bending over, you know what I'm saying? Absolute beast.
The route to the Cup begins in Week 1 as the Thunder face a fighter team with a head start of their own. The game was over about as quickly as it started, with stellar performances from Lamar and 9th-round pick Jaden Reed. The Tropic Thunder start their season off in the win column.
First and foremost, huge win against the Fighters. Not only are they one of the better teams in the league, they are in our division, so it's huge to get a win over them early on. Fucking Badger can fact check me on this. I'm pretty sure the last time I won a Week 1 game was like fucking 3 or 4 years ago. Something crazy. I don't know. QB room. Loved the QB room. Looked good. Stroud looked a little rusty, which I blame the coaching staff on the Texans. They didn't really give him much preseason time. But overall, he played good. He kind of got his shit together at the end of the game. So it's only up from there. Lamar looked fucking amazing. His pocket presence is wild. His scrambling is as impressive as ever, and he got some good balls in there. He missed Zay on that one at the end, and then Likely's fucking toenail was out of bounds. Fuck off. I don't care, whatever. But he looked great. Let's see. Wide receiver room. That's where we fucking are struggling right now. It might be a week 1 thing. Might not be if it's not. Well, fuck. Jordan Reed fucking Jalen Reed. Holy shit, looked amazing. However, Love's hurt. Don't know if that was a fluke or not, but he's 90% of the reason we've won week 1. And then Nico looked good. He had like 14 points without a touchdown, so I'm happy about that. DK and Pittman. Fucking they need to take Anthony Richardson out behind the fucking stadium and shoot him in the head. Just fucking execute him. He threw to every motherfucker on that roster. He threw to receivers on the practice squad before he fucking threw to Pittman. Like, what the fuck? Kill him. It's over. I don't care. Just to wrap things up, not all of these are going to be this long. It's just week 1. I'm fucking hyped. We got the win. Might see a trade incoming to try to clean up the wide receiver room. If a trade doesn't happen, forget I even said anything. But yeah, overall, great week, great win. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going, and it's gonna be an interesting year. I have a gut feeling, very interesting year. But overall, man, I'm happy with week 1. Fighters, get fucking thunderstruck, bitch.
Revenge is on the mind of the Thunder as they face the team that eliminated them last season. The Revenge did not start well, with the Tribe getting off to an early lead. But the Thunder would respond, putting together a comeback and setting the stage for their stack of CJ Stroud and Nico Collins to take it home.
When we score right here, it'll be huge. When we score right here, it's gonna be huge. Here we go, baby. Let's put a drive together. Come on, let's go. Come on, have some enthusiasm. Let's go.
We're back. It's week 2, sooner than I expected. I said I was going to come back and do these when something crazy happened. If this week wasn't something crazy, I'm smoking crack then. I got my Spark notes here. We're just going to run through it real quick, give a little update, and then we'll wrap it up. First order of business, and the reason I'm making this video, our comeback against Weeki Watchy. Huge comeback. My butthole's like this all day, dude. Puckered. I was doing stress pull-ups in between the commercial breaks. That's how stressed Weeki Watchy had me, man. But shout out Weeki Watchy. Tough matchup. The only time we play them in the regular season this year. I think we gave the people their money's worth with that one. Great team, great matchup. I don't see them having any issues down the road, especially with the running back room. The running back room is absolutely scary. CJ and Nico stack, man. Hey, I'm 5'10". Stand on that CJ and Nico stack. I'm taller than Shaq, dude. That's a bar. But gross. They cleaned it up for us. Nice. I was a little stressed when it came down to them, but not really. I had complete faith in them. In other news, both of our wins this year have come when we finished the week on Sunday. We haven't had any Monday night games, so may or may not be our lucky thing. We'll see down the road. But yeah, on to the next order of business. The real MVPs of the week, DK Metcalf and Trey McBride. They had a rough week 1, cleaned it up this week, put us in the position to come back and win. DK with 23, McBride with 15. He had that fumble recovery in the end zone. Luckiest thing I think has maybe ever happened to me in fantasy football, besides that interception for a win last year against Suburban. Crazy finish to that game. Yeah, man. Pacheco with his ankle injury. Scary, but if anyone gets hurt, I don't want it to be Pacheco. That guy's a dog. He loves being out on the field. He doesn't want to get off the field. So hopefully he heals quick. Hopefully it's nothing major. Maybe just a little twisted ankle, and they didn't want to risk it anymore. Still fuck Anthony Richardson all the way. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if him and Pittman got into it in training camp or something. He hates him. I don't care. He hates him, dude. So I'm probably going to bench Pittman next week. Shaheed's looking really good. The whole Saints team is looking really good. Hopefully, knock on wood, can stay that way. Do-si-do, we play them next week. So if they don't win this week, hopefully we can keep that losing streak going. They said fuck our Broncos, so hey, dude, your butt's mine. You know what I'm saying? My butthole is looking like this week. Your butthole is going to be looking like that next week. But I think that's about it to finish it off. I think we're just going to hit him with a little DK special.
Alabama is in town, and the Thunder are looking to make a statement. Elijah has been on the search for the next Todd Gurley for years. He may have just found him. Kieran Williams is sending a message to the league that the Thunder have arrived. Add in the explosive Lamar Jackson, and the Thunder have found a winning formula. The next week, the league was hit with a power outage. While most would bunker in, Elijah got to work. In a deal that will forever be known as the deal in the dark, the Thunder agreed to a massive trade sending C.J. Stroud, Jaden Reed, and Ladd McConkey for Kirk Cousins, Zach Cabinet, and superstar Justin Jefferson. A blockbuster that very well could determine the Thunder's championship fate.
Trade. We traded for Jettis. Big key to the offense that we needed. We needed to lock down that wide receiver 3 spot. We absolutely did. We got Charbonnet, who's a great handcuff to Kenneth. I mean, he had an amazing night tonight, but who knows if he gets hurt again or not. And then we also got Cousins, which is great because it's a backup QB3 that we needed because Drake May is probably not going to start this season. I hope he does. He probably won't. So we traded Stroud. I love Stroud. I was very high on Stroud coming in the draft. He had a great week this week. But overall, I felt like at this point in time, his name has more value than he actually did on our team. Same thing with Jaden Reed. There's just a lot of risks involved with him, whether Love stays healthy, how he performs when Love comes back. Obviously, this week, everyone I traded, including our golden ticket, Ladd McConkey. If I didn't pronounce that right, go fuck yourself, Alex. I don't care. Yeah, they all popped off this week, so we might actually be 0-2 with trades with the fighters in our SFFL fucking tongue twister career. But it may or may not work out. Either way, we got Jettis. The reason I wanted to lock in Jettis was just that consistency. Reed's got a great ceiling, but I think Jettis has a more consistent floor and potentially higher ceiling depending how they factor in Addison into the offense moving forward.
Week 4 would bring a battle of the brothers. The Thunder looking to remain undefeated. Who would step up this week? The answer, Nico Collins. Jefferson was able to find pay dirt in his debut as well, cementing another victory and sending Elijah to his first 4-0 start.
We went over explicit this week. It hurts beating them when they're down. You know, it's kind of like beating up the retarded kid. But hopefully they do end up making a comeback once they get healthy and we play them full strength in the playoffs because, you know, it's a fun matchup always. Got a little brotherly love going on in that rivalry. If we can stay consistent, which we have been with our points over the weeks, we put up a season high this week in points even after the trade, so that's really, really comforting. Really gives us some confidence moving forward. But if we can stay consistent, man, I think we're pretty much a lock for the playoffs, knock on wood. Don't want to jinx that yet. Braden and SoFlo lost. That makes us the only undefeated team in our division. Huge for playoff chances, especially since we won. So now the Lovemakers and the Thunder stand alone at the peak of the mountain as undefeated.
A Week 5 showdown with the Space Cowboys is not just a physical test, but a mental battle as well.
SoFlo is a team that likes to get in your head early. They try to throw you off your game, putting out the memes, you know, right when the week starts, right right on that Wednesday after waivers clear, they're like talking shit. So we already got the memes ready. We can't let them beat us to the punch. And, you know, I think it'll be a little Kendrick versus Drake situation, and we're going to come out as Kendrick, you know, get that little edge on him with the memes. And I think the time and effort the front office has put into the memes will reflect that.
The battle for the top of the division saw Lamar proving why he is the two-time MVP. But despite the fantastic performance from Action Jackson, the Space Cowboys had the last say, handing the Thunder their first loss of the season.
I don't know if anyone has ever thought this in their life or even uttered this this phrase I'm about to utter, but if I would have started Kirk Cousins, I would have won. Yeah. Never thought I'd be saying that in my fucking life. Not the end of the world, though. First loss. Wanted to document it because it fucking hurts, man. Hurts bad, especially because it's against, you know, probably the other best team in our division. I mean, us fighters and SoFlo are neck and neck, so losing to them really fucking hurts. Absolute shootout of a game. Fucking shootout. I was biting my nails the whole time, man. It was clutch. After maybe halftime at the 1 o'clock games, I was getting on a plane from Indiana to come back to Florida, and I thought it was over. Get off the plane. And Flacco had absolutely popped off. Lamar had absolutely popped off. So I got my hopes up just that little bit, just to get absolutely fucked in the ass at the end of the game. What I mean, DK Metcalf, what the fuck, dude? Guy's like 6'4", fucking 230, and Geno Smith couldn't fucking see him. God, shut the fuck up. Zach Moss didn't stay as consistent as we thought he previously had been, and I honestly don't blame him. I blame that offensive coordinator on Cincy. He fucking sucks. That's what I want to do every time I watch the fucking Bengals play. My glorious king, Lamar Jackson. Oh my gosh. My cock gets so hard every time I watch him play fucking football, dude. I love him with a passion, like gay as fuck love him.
Looking to rebound against the Fighters, things would get worse as the team began to crumble. The injury bug had bit the Thunder, and the team was in desperate need of reinforcements. Feeling the pressure mounting, Elijah made a move, a trade with Explicit to shore up the running back room. Week 7 brought a new challenge, Royal Rumble. Every team in the league battles with the top 5 receiving wins. The newly acquired Kareem Hunt wasted no time, scoring 21 points. But the story was none other than Lamar Jackson. His continued dominance not only gave the Thunder a top 5 finish, but a tie for first place in the Rumble. The Thunder were back in the win column. While everything seemed back on track, it was clear the Thunder had developed a big weakness at the quarterback 2 position. But Elijah is not the owner to sit tight. He got active, making a move for Mason Rudolph just 9 minutes before the kickoff of Week 8 against the defending champs. The game was close. Had it not been for the last-second deal for Rudolph, the Thunder would have lost. But Elijah clutched it out, and Gurley Jr. was able to deliver the dagger, moving Elijah one step closer to playoff football. The Thunder sat atop the division with a game against the Bulls on the slate in what would be one for the ages. The Thunder were doing their usual, led by a 24-point performance from MVP candidate Lamar Jackson. But the Bulls were putting up a strong fight. It would come down to Monday night, Baker and Worthy against the Thunder's Kareem Hunt. After a Baker touchdown, Elijah headed off to bed, with a loss all but certain. The league erupted. Kareem had grinded it out and plunged in a game-winning touchdown. 0.1. A game to remember. A huge step as the Thunder moved to 7-2 and are rolling.
0.1 points. What the
fuck? What the fuck? Insane. I would like to shout out Xavier Worthy. He knew what was at stake and he delivered. Same thing with Kareem Hunt. I mean, dude's a beast, man. He's been helping. Big win. It's only us and SoFlo with competing for the best records now. We got a big matchup against the Reptiles coming up week 10. If we win there, I think we'll pretty much be a lock for the playoffs. Maybe even that first round bye, depending on what happens with SoFlo. But, I mean, the team's just starting to get healthy. We're getting Nico back this week. We're getting Checo back in probably 2-3 weeks. So I'm excited, man. The only question is that QB2 spot, you know. Struggling a little bit, but I think we'll be able to overcome and adapt it. But big win this week. Craziest moment of my SFFL career. And, of course, I was fucking sleeping, dude.
Following the game, the Thunder went back to business, grabbing Rashad White to add to the running back room. He would enter a game against the Reptiles as 14-point favorites. Big games from Lamar and newcomer White would help, but ultimately were not enough as the ancient wooden Reptiles secured the upset, ending the Thunder's 3-game winning streak. With the loss, the Thunder fell 1 game back in the race for the division. And in this game, nobody is going to hand it to you. In fact, they may even rip it away. A horrible showing from the Thunder, who receive a wake-up call in the form of a good old Alabama whooping. But there's no time for excuses, as South Florida is in town for a heavyweight bout. As he has all year, Elijah made a clutch move, adding tight end Jonnu Smith. The return of star Nico Collins was enough for the win, clinching the Thunder a spot in the playoffs.
We clinched the playoffs. Massive. I mean, like, it's been so long. I can't even remember the last time. Came close last year, fell short. And not only that, but we have the best record the franchise has ever had, or I've ever had in my SFFL career, so that's really cool.
With a playoff berth secured, Elijah set his eyes towards a bigger goal, a division title. While their division title destiny was out of their hands, they needed to win out to have a chance. Gurley Jr. and Action Jackson were putting on a show, defeating the Dynamo and keeping the division title dream alive. The final week of the regular season. The goal was clear: win and hope for the best. The Thunder were explosive, dropping 143 points. But the Lovemakers were playing spoiler. The Thunder would fall short of a division title, heading to the wildcard round of the playoffs.
Injuries going into the playoffs. Derek Carr, huge blow. What pisses me off isn't that he got hurt. It's the fact he tried to hurdle a 6'4" tight end and then fell directly on his chest and broke his hand. Don't know what the fuck was going on there, but shit happens, I guess, you know what I mean? Speaking of playoffs, right, we're going against Perry. Probably the most ideal matchup, no offense, for the first round. Kind of weed out, don't really want to go against Do-Si-Do right now. They're kind of on a hot streak. Hopefully that fizzles out. And then obviously don't want to go against the Fighters. They're probably the best team in the league right now. A lot of shit talking going on. You know what I'm saying? People acting like they've never been in the playoffs before. But you know what? That's all right. That's all right, because at the end of the day, ball don't lie.
Playoff football, where we separate the men from the boys and where legends are made. The time is now, as another week is no guarantee. Nico Collins broke the ice for the Thunder. Lamar was next to the table, dealing 5 touchdowns and 36 points. From there, it was an all-out assault. The Thunderstorm was relentless, with great performances from Rashad White and Jonnu Smith as well. A dominant victory and Elijah's first playoff win since 2018. The Thunder's story was not done yet.
Still fucking sick. We're still fucking hooking and jabbing, bitch. Just found out we're playing the Fighters this week. They decided to pick us. Honestly, not the ideal matchup. Obviously, the Fighters are probably the scariest team that we, besides us right now, obviously we're the fucking scariest. I was kind of hoping that this matchup would be a championship matchup. I felt like it'd be a really good one. You know, two top teams in Ika facing off for the title. But you know what? Hey, the cards lay how they have. And, you know, the Fighters saw us as the easy pickings. So it's time to show them we're not.
A trip to the cup on the line. And the red-hot imaginary fighters stand in the way. Lamar Jackson would get the Thunder started scoring 20 points. But poor performances from Nico and Pacheco allowed the fighters to get an early lead. MVP Jamar Chase would dig an even larger deficit for the Thunder. But as they have all season, the Thunder would keep fighting. Touchdowns from Kyron Williams and Adam Thielen would get the Thunder back in it, but there was still a ways to go. An early touchdown from Jefferson would get the Thunder within striking distance. The Thunder desperately needed a big play to get back in the game, and then lightning struck. The Thunder had become favorites for the first time. But it wouldn't last long as the fighters returned the favor. It would head to Monday night. The Thunder needing Josh Jacobs and Jaden Reed to score less than 25 or his season would be over. As the game began, Jacobs was dominating and hope was beginning to dwindle. But a Jacobs injury would keep hope alive. That was until Jaden Reed joined the fight. The catch would bring the game to a mere 0.3 points, and it was down to one final play. The Tropic Thunder season has met its end. Not every season has a fairy tale ending. Elijah's chase for the elusive cup will have to wait another year.
Just lost to the Fighters. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. It was heartbreaking. A-Chain, 50-yard touchdown, garbage time. Chase, 30-something yard touchdown, garbage time. Jaden Reed, 25-yard reception to beat us, garbage time. I mean, garbage time was just our enemy this week. Hell of a year. I mean, the Fighters are the team that we were, you know, expecting to be the toughest going into this. So hopefully they can win the championship and make us look good for almost taking them down. But sad, man. Sad year. But, you know, that's how it is. Just got to use it. It's motivation for next year. Keep rolling. But yeah, overall, not upset with the year. Major improvement from last year. And then hopefully next year we can just improve even further on this year and actually bring the title back. You know, gotta ease into it. You don't want to just jump head first. Overall, great season. Hopefully, Hard Knocks is pretty entertaining. And I'll see all you punk motherfuckers next year.